Alright, so welcome into Astroboden. Yeah, Balti's fast asleep here. So, we're working on my Lucid Mount, and one big issue that we have at the moment is power. Yeah, if we go too high in power, the motors overheat. Yeah, they're not made for this. They're meant to be sitting in a hoverboard, yeah, not driving an astronomical mount. So, it's a bit of repurposing here. So, if we go too low in power, they feel fine, but any little wind, any little thing, like a mere disturbance in the force, and it will take it off. So we need to work on that. And I found a secret weapon. Yeah, it's known from the e-bike sport, and it's FerroFluid. Yes, liquid iron, heavy metal. Don't we love it? Yes. So basically, what it does is that you can inject this into the hub motor, and it will form a thermal coupling between the stator and the rotor. Yeah. So any heat generated in the stator coils will be transferred conductively, not just by convection or radiation, but also by conduction from the stator to the rotor, and can dissipate through the casing. Yeah, so we're gonna try this out. Yeah, what can possibly go wrong? Yeah, so let's get on to it. All right, so we're gonna take a look at the exciting little fluid that we're gonna be working with here. Yeah, so yeah, we'll see how this works with that little setup here. Try to do this. Okay, so I got a little microscope here, got a magnet. Oh. Let's go. Alright. So that drop is not really a drop anymore. So I'm gonna start this recording with my little microscope here as well. Now that just looks at the it sucked straight up on the magnet. That was the best. Okay, so here we approach the FerroFluid with a magnet from underneath. FerroFluid, yes. So liquid iron, more or less. And this is used, well, say for like physics experiments and stuff. It's used for it was developed by NASA. I can't remember his name now. Anyway, and it was for developing like a rocket fuel that you didn't need gravity to pull the fuel to the towards the pumps, etc. So you would have like something that you could be pulled by magnets towards where they were supposed to be. So anyway, that was developed, and don't really know what it's used for really otherwise, but it's used in, like, say, for e-bikes and stuff as a cooling aid, also called stator aid, as one of the products forms that you can buy this is called. And it's basically what you do is that I'm going to use these two holes that I've drilled up, and I can actually see the magnets, and I can see the head of the coils, and I will basically use the pipette that came with it. There we go. Yeah, and I'm going to squirt out this liquid just at the base of the magnets, just a little bit. You need about 5 milliliters per motor, roughly 5, 7 something. So, and this pipette is 4, so I use about a full pipette, I think, and I'm going to use just squirt in some in that end, some in that end, and I'm going to spin it around, and hopefully this will stay then where it's supposed to be at the magnets, and it will hopefully then distribute around as I turn it. Yeah, and it's going to form like a thermal coupling between the stator coils and the magnets, and the magnets and then in turn is going to transmit the heat over to the casing. Yeah, so all the scorching heat in the coils, when they heat up, is going to be, well, dissipated. So hopefully I can run it a little bit hotter. Right now I'm running it at 40% duty cycle PPM, and I hope I can get it up to at least 60% with this. So we will see. We will see how it goes. I should have had gloves here because this is so oily. So, I don't know if you can see this. Yeah. You will see some of the gooky stuff there. Yeah. Yeah, right now I think it's distributing a little bit on the other side of the magnets as well, but I think that's gonna, well, I hope that's going to change when the magnets are turned on and rolling around. I will hopefully be sucked up around between the coils and the magnets. Yeah, I've got one more syringe to stick in there. I'll do the same way. So, that's it. Just gonna get it back on its place now. Okay, so this is the pre-scaler width as we used to have at 40%. If I just poke this, a bit wobbly. Of course I can't communicate how it feels. If I then go over to 60%, look how that looks. It feels a lot stronger compared to the declination then. I mean, this is still just running at 40%, but there's so much less momentum on that, so that it's just quite solid. And yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why. Oh, of course the declination is not tracking, But I think that higher strength in relative strength in that motor means that it can keep position a lot better. So I really hope that the right extension stays nice and cool. It would help us. Really hard to gauge, you know. It's at the moment you have, unless I can feel all three coils, then you have like current going through either in through one and out through two, or in through two and out through one. Yeah, so it's always one that suffers more than the others. So I'm just gonna have to let this sit here for a bit and have a drink. Wait, see how it feels. After that, I'm just gonna have to wait for good weather. Yeah.
Let me be the shadow.